Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bendy, and here on this channel we practice flexibility of the mind, body, and the spirit. Wow, so much has happened since the last time I made a video. We just did scripting live and it was amazing. So I will be doing another scripting live, not this Sunday, but the Sunday after, because childcare and things. Today's video is all about how to choose what to manifest. At no point during your journey will your brain say, this is what you need to manifest, focus on this, all your dreams will come true. Okay, that never happens. It takes diligence and knowledge of self in order to look at the big picture of what you want and understand what would be the most lucrative to focus on. So before we get too into this, I do want to take a quick second to say thank you to my friends at Sweaty Betty, which is an apparel company. I am quite partial to this company because if you go on their website, you will see that all of their fitness models are not tiny Caucasian women, but women of all backgrounds, of all ethnicities, and all diversities. No, that's not right. But you know what I mean. So Sweaty Betty was kind enough to not only send me this adorable outfit, it is a sports bra, leggings, and a top. And they also gave me a discount code for you guys, 20% off. So that's SB Davis 20. That's my code if you are looking for any apparel and you want to support a company that markets to women from all backgrounds, because that's awesome. Okay, let's get into the video. How to decide what you want to manifest. We're all at different places on our journey. And when we are at different places, we're going to try to manifest different things. We all have different reasons for not really understanding what we want to manifest, whether that's because we're just getting started on our journey and we're just starting to discover who we are and what we want out of our lives. Some people also feel like they have too many options. Maybe they've been into the law of attraction and into co-creation for a long time, but because they know they can manifest anything, there are too many things to focus on. So I do know that some people have a little bit of trouble deciding what exactly they want to focus their energy on. And lastly, the most common reason that people have difficulty figuring out what they want to manifest is because they have a lack mindset. One day they know what they want to manifest, and the next day they think, oh, there's no way that could happen. Why am I even trying? I should aim smaller. So the day after that, they aim smaller and they try to manifest that thing. And then they're like, oh, well, that's not really going to make me happy. I'm just being complacent. Maybe I should try to manifest this. Then they try to manifest that. And they're like, oh, that'll never happen. And then it's kind of just like this cycle of unworthiness, which is no fun. So those are the main reasons I see that make me feel like some people have a little bit of difficulty figuring out what they want to manifest. It can be a mess, but that's why I made this video. I am going to tell you how to decide what to manifest, even if you're in any of those places that I just mentioned. Hi, Sammy. Hi, girl. The first step, and this step cannot be skipped because it's super important. It's the foundation of everything. The first step is to form a basic understanding of how you want your life to be. You cannot skip this step because this step helps you determine the direction that you want to go. If you don't do this, if you skip this step and you decide to just manifest based off of emotion or based off of where you are in the present moment, you can still manifest, but you might find that one, your manifestations don't make you happy, or two, your manifestations make you feel all over the place. And even though you're attracting what you want, you have no idea who you are or where you're going, so your manifestation doesn't satisfy. So it's really important that you take the time to define the life that you want for yourself. So that's going to include deciding who you want to be, the type of person you want to be, the types of relationships that you want to have, your financial state, how you make your money, where your income comes from, overall vibration of your life. You want to begin to understand the overall vibration of the life that you want to have. After you do this, you will be able to see very clearly the life that you want to jump into. So that's when you come back to your manifestation journal, right? You come back to your journal, you think about the life that you just developed, and you think of the top 5 things from that visualization, from that idea of your life. You think of the top 5 things that you want to manifest, the top 5 things that you need to happen in your life in order for you to feel fulfilled, connected to source, and connected to your spirit. After you've picked those 5 things, you're going to want to look at that list. That list should feel really good. Looking at that list should raise your vibration because it puts you into alignment with who you want to be. After looking at this list, you want to pick the one thing on this list that encompasses everything on the list. So I will give an example because I know that can sound a little confusing. I'll just be honest. I'll tell you guys what I did. When I did this, I wrote down my 5 top desires, and I'll see if I can remember them. I first and foremost wanted to come to a place where I was functional amidst my anxiety, where my anxiety didn't control my life so much. So that was one of my top desires, just being in a place where I can function with anxiety and moving into curing my anxiety. I wanted to move into a nicer home. I wanted to feel validated by myself. I didn't want to feel like I needed other people to validate me. I wanted to be able to have the ability to not care and know that when I want something or when I do something, if I think it's good enough, it's truly good enough. So that's what I wanted. I wanted the ability to validate myself. If you suffer from social anxiety, you know that that can kind of be a little bit difficult. So that's something that was really important to me. I wanted to become financially free. I didn't really know how. I didn't know what lines of income that I wanted to have. I just knew that I didn't want to worry about money. I knew in my heart that I wanted to be a YouTuber because I wanted to give value to people. And what was the last thing? I wanted to feel attractive because that's something that I have been struggling with my entire life. So my top 5 desires, and I would say I did this like 2 years ago. So my top 5 desires were feel more attractive and comfortable in my skin, have the ability to validate myself, be able to function even when I'm experiencing anxiety, live in a nicer home, and become a YouTuber. So when I looked at this list, the decision I made was to pick focusing on being a YouTuber. After a lot of self-work, I realized that if you can't validate yourself, you can't be a YouTuber because you will get crazy comments, you'll get crazy messages. People will just expect things from you that you never even thought was possible. So I knew that being able to validate myself would be a part of being a YouTuber. I knew that if I manifested becoming a successful YouTuber, that I would have financial freedom. I'd be able to move into a better place. And all the other things I listed. I decided that being a YouTuber would be the manifestation that would help me manifest the other things along the way. And a lot of those things I did manifest along the way before becoming a YouTuber. And I have, maybe by the time this video comes out, I'll have 40,000 subscribers. So grateful, so happy. That being said, I'm not on my sponsorship game yet. I'm only making money from AdSense. So that's not full-time income. So I do not consider myself a YouTuber until I'm making full-time income. So this is something I'm still trying to manifest and I'm making a lot of headway, but I wouldn't say that I have reached this manifestation yet. I'm still on the journey, but I've manifested the majority of the things that I've listed by manifesting being a YouTuber. So how I did that was by crafting my letter to my subconscious around being a YouTuber. I will link that video in the description box. There are so many different ways that you can focus on a manifestation. You can incorporate mantras that you say morning, noon, and night. You can do subconscious meditation, which I will be bringing to the channel very soon. Very excited. You can visualize consistently. You can see the life you want for yourself every day at the same time, like carve time out to sit and visualize your life based around the specific manifestation that you chose. There's so much that you can do when you decide what you want to focus on manifesting. But I chose to use the letter to my subconscious. The 555 method, there's just so much you can do, you know? But it takes knowing what you want to focus all that energy on. So when I decided that I wanted to just focus on becoming a YouTuber energetically, I manifested being able to function with my anxiety, feeling more attractive, manifested a nicer place. I manifested, I think, the most difficult part of being a YouTuber, which is working with this algorithm. I feel like I manifested being picked up by the algorithm, which was really nice. You know, I feel like I'm starting to ramble. So what I'm trying to say is we can have so many different wants, but so many different ways we are resisting these wants that every time we try to manifest one of these wants, it feels like there's a roadblock based on our own mentality. So we can instead choose to focus on one thing, and as we're elevating our vibration, we find that by elevating our vibration, we're able to then address other manifestations because we're now in an elevated place. The importance of making a solid decision on what you want to manifest. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm not. I'm trying to love on you, and I'm trying to tell you something. So hear me out. If you don't have what you're trying to manifest yet, it's because you don't know how to get it. And you're on the journey to learning how to get it. And I've been getting a lot of questions about detachment lately. And honestly, you just have to download that state of mind. Acceptance that if you don't have something yet, you're still learning how to get it. And there's no way you can rush it because you can't rush learning. You can't rush your lessons. Your lessons are so significant. And the lesson that you learn today can help you avoid so much turmoil in the future. Because Source loves us, and God wants us to have the most drama-free, love-filled lives possible, okay? And that's why we have lessons put into our lives so that we can learn, so that we can open our hearts and live those drama-free, love-filled lives. But if we try to avoid the lessons and just try to skip over them to get to our manifestation, we won't be ready for that manifestation no matter how we try to claw our way there from our nails, you know? That being said, it's just really important to accept that you're still on your journey. And by accepting this, you start to lessen that resistance to the anger that you may have that you don't have your manifestation. When you choose what you want to focus on energetically, when you choose the manifestation that you want to bring into your life, every day is going to be different because you have different subconscious beliefs that do not align with your manifestation. That's why you don't have it yet. So every single day, when you decide, I am working towards this manifestation, different things are going to come up. If you are switching between different manifestations, different things from different parts of your mind are coming up every day, and it can be really difficult to make any headway because it can be very overwhelming. But when you focus on one thing that you are trying to manifest and different emotional triggers, different limiting beliefs come up, when that happens and you're focusing on just one thing, you're going to be able to start recognizing patterns in your thoughts. And then that way you will be able to recognize what your mind is trying to do and exactly how your mind may slow you down from raising your vibration. And that's when you can start to take control and say, hey, mind, I see what you're doing. I see that you want me to stay in the same place, but I want this. So we're going to choose to think a little bit differently. And like I mentioned before, by deciding on that one specific thing that you want to manifest, you are raising your vibration to attract all things in that vibrational frequency. One reason why I chose to be a YouTuber, or why I chose to manifest being a YouTuber, is because I knew that I wanted to create positive content. And I just know if I create positive content, if I put positive content out, positivity will come back to me. And that's the life that I want to live ultimately in all parts. So that's why I chose to focus on YouTube. That raised my vibration to a place where my life is focused on putting positivity out. Raising my vibration to that place made manifesting other things effortless. All this to say, wrapping it up, all this to say, when you decide what you want to manifest, when you make a commitment to having a relationship with yourself and your mind to manifest this thing, you are able to then practice patience. It's harder to practice patience when you have blocks coming from every direction in your mind that you can't even organize your thoughts. It can be harder to be patient. But when you choose to focus on one thing to manifest, some days will be good. Some days might not be as good. But it's easier to get through those not so good days because, like I said, you will be able to start understanding your patterns. All of a sudden, a day that's not so good, it might not feel good, but it will make your life make more sense. And there is, oh my gosh, when our lives start making sense based off of our thoughts, man, you're unstoppable. When you understand how you're manifesting, what you're manifesting, good and bad, you are unstoppable. And this is how you do it. By making the scope a little smaller, and by choosing to have enough faith in yourself to know that you can manifest this one thing. When you look at that list of 5 things, don't just pick the easiest thing that you think you can manifest. Don't do that. Pick the thing that encompasses all the things that you want to manifest. Because here we believe that we are all capable of anything and that we are all limitless beings. I am limitless. You are limitless. So don't pick the thing that looks easiest to manifest, okay? Pick the manifestation that you feel includes all of your manifestations. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, ask me down below. And if this video is inspiring you to make that decision, just know that you will get there. Just be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. And be patient with the universe, because the universe is going to send you those lessons. Okay? So just be patient. And yeah, that's all I got. Okay, you guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up so other people know that it is valuable and so that they watch it. If you'd like me to expand on anything that I talked about today, just let me know down in the comments and I will mention these things in a future video. Last but not least, please make sure that you are subscribed and that you click the notification bell so that you can join the Bendy Bunch and become a reality bender yourself. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.